So hello everyone, this is part 77 of our playlist Full Stack Python. Okay, so this is a training course. This is a training course. In this training course, we are learning theory in detail, as well as we are learning programming in depth. Okay, so this is a training course. It is not just like a single video. Okay, it is not like a single video to learn Full Stack Python. Okay, so this is a training course. All right. So in today's video, we are going to learn about exception handling. Okay, we will learn how we can handle error. Okay, we will learn how we can handle the errors. We will learn all about the errors. Okay, so our topic is exception exception handling. Okay, so before learning exception handling, we must know like what types of error are there. Okay, so there are three types of error. First one is compile time error. Second one is logical error. Third one is runtime error. Okay, so we will study one by one what is compile time error. Compile time error. Okay, so the error which occurs during compiling of program. Okay, when you are going to executing your code. Okay, if the error comes, known as compile time error. Okay, compiling of program are called compile time error. All syntax error are called compile time error. Okay. So all the syntax error known as compile time error. For example, if you miss something, so it will consider as compile time error. Okay. So what is the error here? What is the error here? See here. This is what syntax error and unexpected indent. Okay, because we gave a space. A space is not allowed before writing any statement except block. Right. So here is what compile time error. Okay, for example, you're writing block, you're creating block, and a block must have a statement, but here we don't have any statement. So this is also a syntax error, and syntax error comes under the compile time error. Okay, so syntax error is an example of compile time error. These syntax error must be rectified by programmer in order to execute program. Okay, so this kind of error must rectify the programmer. Okay, this kind of error rectified by the programmer. What I'm trying to say, like if you have a software, it should not be terminate abnormally when somebody give wrong input, right? So then we have logical error. What are the logical errors are there? Logic is an algorithm applied to solve given problem. Logic is what? Logic is nothing but an algorithm applied to solve given problem. Okay, if there is a if there is logical error, if there is logical error within program, it gives wrong result or output. It gives wrong result or output. Correct. If for example the mistakes in your algorithm gives the wrong result, and this error known as logical error. Correct. So for example, try to understand what could be the example of logical error. Okay, so we are taking first number as an input, and input is what type? Integer type, and storing in n1. We are taking second number as an input and converting it into integer and storing it into n2. Then we are comparing both number n1 greater than n2 if n1 greater than n2. But here what we are writing, n2 is max. Is that correct? Is that correct algorithm? And in else what we are writing, n1 is max. Is that correct algorithm? See this condition. This is not correct algorithm. That's why this is comes under what? Logical error. It comes under to logical error. The error in algorithm known as logical error. These logical error must be rectified by programmer in order to get accurate result. Okay, so this type of errors handled by the programmers in order to get the accurate result. Okay, so the third one is runtime error. So what is runtime error? The error which occur during execution of program is called runtime error. Okay, these runtime errors occur because of wrong input given by end user. Okay, suppose your user giving wrong input. So for example, here is your user. Okay, so if this user will give the wrong input, so it will consider as runtime error. It is what? Runtime error. For example, enter enter first number, and it should be enter some integer, but instead of integer, user entering like ABC. So this is what? Runtime error. Dividing two numbers. First number is 10, second number is 0. The second number 0 means this is what? Runtime error. Okay. When runtime error occurs, program execution is terminated. When runtime error occurs, program execution is terminated. Okay, whenever the runtime error will occur, program will close. So for example, see this example. Enter first number. We are taking input, and this is what type? Integer type, and we will store inside N1. We are entering second number. Enter second number. We are taking input and converting into what? Integer, and storing in N2. Then what we are doing? We are writing logic of dividing of two numbers, and here we are printing two numbers. Okay, so what is the output? First number, enter first number is like 6, enter second number is like 2. So 6 is the first number, 2 is the second number, and result is what? 3.0. Suppose first number is 7, the second number is 0. So what will happen? The error will come like this. Error will come like this. Divide by 0 division error. So is this error handled by the user or PVM? This error handled by the PVM. Okay, but what is the correct way? Like whenever you are creating any software, means error handling by the programmer. Okay, because user don't know about what is traceback. User don't know what is this path, and user don't know what is this zero division error. So we should handle this type of messages in our code. Okay, by writing this code, like we will consider each and every scenario of our application, and we will deal this kind of error through the exception handling, right? For example, enter first number, and we entered like ABC. So this is also an error. Value error is there. Okay, now understand what is exception. Exception is a runtime error. What is exception? Exception is what? Runtime error. Exception is an error which occur during execution of program. So the moment you will execute your program, exception. Okay, if error is coming during execution of program, so that error is known as exception, right? When there is an exception with program, when there is an exception with program execution is terminated. Whenever this exception will come, then program execution is terminated. Okay, see this example. We give wrong input. So what happened? This is what? Runtime error, and it is asking second number or not. No, it is not asking about second number. It means your program is terminated. Once some exceptions are there, your program will terminate if you will not handle it. These runtime error and exceptions are handled by using exception handling mechanism. Okay, so Python provide error handling mechanism in order to handle the exceptions. Okay, so what is the advantages of exception handling? To avoid, number one is to avoid abnormal termination program. Number two is to convert predefined error messages into user defined error messages. Predefined error messages messages by the PVM comes. Okay, but what we will do, we will convert this predefined messages into user defined error messages. Okay, we can write our own error messages to display to the end user. Okay, number three is separating business logic and error logic. Separating business logic as well as error logic. Okay. Every exception or error is one data type or class. Every exception or error is one data type or class. Rising an exception or error is nothing but creating object of exception class and given to the PVM. Correct. Exception is a root class or parent class for all exception classes. So exception is what? Exception is root or parent class for all exception classes. Correct. So exception is a base class, or we can say parent class for all exceptions classes. Now see, exceptions are two types. Exceptions are two types. Number one is predefined predefined exceptions, and second is user defined exceptions. If we talk about predefined exceptions, so what are the predefined exceptions? The existing exception types are predefined exception. These exceptions are used by Python and Python libraries. Okay. Now see, what is user defined exceptions? The programmer defined exception types are called user defined exception. Okay. The programmer defined exceptions type are called user defined exception. Okay. So there are two ways to handle the exception. One is predefined errors we can use, and there is what user defined errors to handle the exception. Okay. So see this exception, and inside the exception we have value error, zero division error, key error, index error, type error, name error, logic error, invalid error, okay, invalid PI error, OTP error, like this. Okay, so if we talk about this one is predefined error, and this is what user defined error, like login error, invalid balance error, or we can say invalid invalid pin error, and OTP error. OTP error. So this is what user defined user errors, and this is what predefined errors. Okay. The keywords used in exception handling. The keyword used in exception handling. So what are the keywords we can use in exception handling? First one is try. Second one is except. Third one is finally. And fourth one is rise. Okay. So try to understand everyone. Try keyword, or we can say try block. The statement which has to be monitored for exception handling or error handling are written inside try block. The statement, or we can say the statement which rise an error during runtime are written inside the try block. What we are saying, okay, the code may have error. The code may have error. We will write where in try. If a code may contain errors or in future errors can come, so we will write that code inside which block? Try. Try block we will write that. Okay. So what is the syntax? So you will write here try, then you will write statement 1, statement 2. This is how you can write n statement. And then after that we have except block. Okay. Except except block is called error handling block. If there is error inside try block, it is handled by except block. A try block followed by one or more than one except block. Okay, so a try block followed by one or more than one except block. Okay, so we will write different except block to handle different types of error. Okay, so there are three types of error. So you will use three except block. If your program, if your code have 8 different types of error, so what you will do, you write 8 except block in order to handle their different errors. Correct? All right. So see this code, see this syntax. Okay. So first is what try block, and inside try block we are writing statement 1 and statement 2. Then we have except block, except block to handle the error. Okay, so we are writing statement 1 here, and then we have another except block, and we are writing statement 1 here. For example, see the program. Enter first number, we are taking input, converting into what? Integers, storing in N1. Enter second number, taking as input, user input, converting into integers and N2. Then we have a try block, and in try block we are writing this code because this code may contain what? Error in future. Okay. So except division, except zero division error. Okay, so we are handling what type of error? Zero division error. We can display a simply message to the user, print cannot divide number with zero. Simply user will see this message, and we can say your program on this moment, your program will not stop or terminate abnormally, right? So first number is like 5, second number is 2, and this is the result. 2.5 is the result. 2.5 is the result of 5 division 1 by 2. For example, our first number is 7 and the second number is 0. So we have handled the error. Okay, so cannot divide numbers with 0. Like there are so many lines are not coming. Only simply one line is coming, cannot divide numbers with 0. Okay, so this is what? This is handled error by the user. Alright. So thank you everyone for giving your valuable time. Okay, in the next lecture, we will discuss more about the exception handling in detail. We will study. Okay, so stay tuned, stay consistent, everyone, and practice because practice is a key. And download this presentation and practice the program as well. All right, and make your notes if you want to make your handwritten notes. It's better. Okay, if you seriously want to become full stack Python developer, then practice is required, right? And practice and consistency is required. Without these two things, you cannot become Python full stack developer. I think so. I think so. You cannot become without practice and without consistency. Right? Both are important. So always keep a smile on your face. All right. Keep practice and always keep a smile. Right? Smile is important and prepare yourself for the worst time. If time is good, then prepare yourself for the worst time, and knowledge will definitely work for you. The knowledge will definitely pay you off. Right? So stay tuned, everyone. Learn each day, learn more and more things. Okay, try to figure out your purpose. Okay, don't be afraid to anything. Okay, all right. So thank you everyone. Bye now.